Welcome back. In this video we will complete tutorial 4. In the previous video we created the toolpath for the pocket in the top right hand sector. In this section we will complete the remaining pockets. Let's get started. I'm going to move over to the left and select the geometry in the toolpath manager for our pocket. In the chain manager I'm going to select my right mouse button and pick Add Chain. I'm going to move over now to the graphics screen and pick this first entity in this next pocket, and as you can see it's chained all the entities. I'm going to move on down, pick this pocket, move over to the right and pick this last pocket. I'm going to pick OK in chaining and then pick OK again. As you can see we have an X. I'm just going to move on up and regen all dirty operations. So as you can see we successfully completed the remaining pockets. In the next section we'll try out a different method of creating these pocket toolpaths. I'm going to click on the geometry again. I'm going to right mouse click on this last chain, delete it. I'm going to right mouse click on this guy, delete it, and the last one, delete. So we've only got one chain, our original toolpath. I'm going to pick OK and then do a regen. For these three remaining pockets we're going to use Transform Toolpath. Let's move up into Toolpaths and then select Transform Toolpath. As you can see our pocket operation has got a check mark on it. Moving over to the left in the type area I'm going to set it to mirror. Everything looks good. Moving over now I'm going to select the mirror tab page, and in the mirror method as you can see we have the radio button checked for Y axis. I'm also going to enable the reverse toolpath for the system to cut the second tool pocket in the same machining direction. Everything looks good. Let's pick OK, and it successfully completed this second pocket. Now for the remaining two. Again let's go up into Toolpaths and pick Transform Toolpath. Now moving over to the left in the type section I'm going to select Rotate. Moving on down for the method I'm going to pick Coordinate, and I'm going to move over into Source Operations. I'm going to select our last operation. That's the pocket we need to rotate. Everything looks good. Let's now move over to the rotate page. Starting on the left, it's going to rotate around the origin, our X0, Y0. For the number of steps, I'm going to input 2, and for the start and rotation angle, that's going to be set at 90. Let's pick OK. And as you can see we've successfully transformed those last two toolpaths using Rotate. Let's go and backplot all these toolpaths. I'm going to pick Select All Operations and then pick Backplot. As you can see I've got Display Tool and Rapid Moves turned on. Let's get an isometric view of the part and next hit play. There's our first pocket, second, third, and then our final pocket. Everything looks good. I'm going to pick OK in Backplot. Let's go and verify the toolpath. Everything is selected. I'm going to move up and pick Verify. To start with, I'm just going to move this dialog box up and then move on down and pick Config. Starting off in the shape section, you can see our stock shape is cylindrical. Moving on down, the stock sizes will be taken from the stock setup. Our cylinder axis is moving up the Z-axis, and we've also got it centered on the axis, and our material is 6 inches diameter. Moving down into the miscellaneous options, I've got use true solid turned on. Color comp in control is activated, and I'm just going to move on down and change tool color. Everything looks great here. Let's pick OK. The speed I'll slow down to midway. Going to move on up to the top, and let's hit machine. So there's our first pocket. Second pocket coming up, and I'm just going to speed it up, and it all looks great. Let's pick OK. Next, for step 21, we're going to post the file. All the operations, all 3 of them, are selected. I'm just going to move on over and pick post selected operations. I'm not going to change the post, everything looks good here. Going to pick OK. The name of my file, I'll type in tutorial 4 and then hit save. And there's all the machine code for tutorial 4. I'm just going to move up into the right corner here and pick close. And the last operation is to save our file. Now that completes tutorial 4. Thanks for watching.